Stop keeping your story to yourself. It's not only yours. And you know what, even if you don't want to share it, tell it out loud again to yourself. There's so much you can learn from it, from repeating it to yourself. But not only for yourself. If you're fine with that, I prefer you also share with others. Because each person in life has so many that he can share that. Why not share it? And if you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't need to share the whole story. And it's totally fine. Share some of it. Share what you're comfortable. I'll even say more than that. If it's something that you're not comfortable with but won't damage you, maybe share also that. But make sure there are things that you don't share or that you share with the right people. Sharing your story first to yourself, repeating it to yourself, writing it down, can have a huge impact on your life. Why? Because every time you repeat it and learn from it, you grow. Why do you grow? Because you learn new lessons from that story. So that's so crucial, number one, for you. Number two is not only that it would help you, it would also help the people around you. As I said, you need to know with who you share and what you share. You know, not all sharing is good for everyone. Try sharing your story with the people that you know that care for you, that you care for them, that your story will help them. I have promised you that what you went through in life can help other people. And of course, like we said, also help yourself. A lot of us feel that our story doesn't matter. Our story it's not special. You know, did you ever have that feeling, you know, no, I didn't go through something that special that can really help, or I went through something but I didn't go through it in a good way and I fail, and so my story won't be good. By the way, those stories a lot of times are the best because there's so many pearls we can take out of there and learn. But what's really important for you to understand, that a lot of times, whether in a time in life that you see that you're thriving and you're doing great, and whether you're in a challenging time, there are so many things you can share that you can learn from the people surrounding you. I remember it was probably like, 3-4 years ago that I was going through a really challenging time in life. It had an impact on my health, on my relationship, on my business, my finance. Basically, those challenges had an impact on every area of life. Now, I remember I was volunteering with youth from challenging background. And I started volunteering before, I guess, when I started the word challenges, but it wasn't that challenging. So I said, of course, I have what to help. I have things and I have value that I could bring, so why not? Then I remember when I was in America at that time, one of the heads of the program called me and she said she wants me to give a lecture to kids that come from, challenging places in life. Usually the kids that I volunteer with were from places, I'm not talking only challenging in terms of finance, but a lot of times also they went through abuse in their family, things that we do not want to hear of, and really, really crazy things. And I really wanted to be there for them. But when she called me and asked me to give that lecture, I was like in a really challenging time in my life. And I asked myself, like, who am I to give a lecture to these kids in such a challenging time? Well, I'll go through the challenge and, I'll pass that. So then I could come back. And then it hit me like, if I say no, first, I might miss the opportunity to help someone that I really care for, because I really care for people that are in challenging places and are taken advantage of. And second, not only that I'm missing to help them, I might even save their life by saying something that touches them in a certain way. And third, I'm also helping myself because I enjoy when I help other people. So why wait until I finish facing the challenge? Because when that challenge will finish, and it did, a new challenge comes. Welcome to life. That's life. So I remember that at that time when I was in a really challenging time, I told myself this is the time that I can go and help and serve more people. Why? Because my life wasn't only that challenge, I also had life before. So number one, I can help with the experience that I got before in life, and that for sure I knew that experience is valuable and it could help those kids. So of course, why not go help them? And number two, me reflecting it now on my current challenge can also help me with my challenge, because now I'm reflecting on it from a different perspective. It also will help me to give value to those kids that are going through really challenging times. I know they went through really challenging times in the past. They're also going through them now. So maybe it's different stories, but the concept of how to deal with a challenge, a lot of the tools are similar. I decided to agree and also give the lecture to the kids, and told them my story. Told them that, you know, life is with challenges. Life is also with things that are fun and joyful. Both of them are in there, and it's fine. The fact that you went through something in life doesn't determine your future. Whatever it was is there for a lesson. Your past is there for a lesson. So I started sharing the story, and the kids, you know, were like listening and really part of the conversation. I wasn't just lecturing. I was also trying to bring them into my story and what they could take from my story into their story and learn. And after that, I was still going through the challenge, but then I get another phone call. Well, now we want you to talk to the staff, because, you know, the staff, that they work with the kids on a daily basis and they have challenges with the kids. And then I said, okay, I'll talk to the staff. And also then I was going through a really challenging time. And my point here is that I realized when I told my story, maybe I didn't go through the challenges that I have right now. I'm still in the middle of facing them, but there's so much that I went through in life, and not only me, also you, that can help other people. So telling my story was so crucial for me, for them, and for people that I don't even know that heard part of my story that helped them after. How did I know that? Because people came and told me. Now, if you're in a time right now in life that you're thriving and, you know, if you feel everything is going great, perfect, amazing. Share. How did you get to this stage? What are the tools that help you get there? And when you share your story, share it in a way that it's focused to that audience, because your story can help a lot of different people, but you want every time to match the tools to the right audience. So each time you take different tools from your story that help you to thrive, to grow, to get over your challenges. And it doesn't matter if you're thriving now and you're having a lot of success, or you're in a challenging time. Your story can help yourself and can help other people. Now, make sure you adjust the tools from your story that help you to grow to the audience. So to each audience, you have a toolbox. You need to know what tools to take out of the box to which audience. Okay, that way you need to have some connection with them. You know, if you come from a place that there's no connection and you're using the wrong tools, your story is amazing, but it won't help. So make sure you use the right tools for the right audience. Again, not only for other people, first for yourself. When you go over your story, there are so many things you could learn through the way. It might change your perspective on life, you know, through different challenges that you had, or through successful times that you had, that now you look at them in a different way. It can really change your perspective on life. Now, before we talk about how you told that story to yourself and to other people, I just want to address one point. I'm sure some of you right now are saying, yeah, you went through A, B, C, D. You have a story that can help yourself and others, but our life is boring. We didn't go through challenges, or we went through challenges, but we weren't able to thrive from them, and we fail. And our story, we're not enough important for our story to matter for ourselves or for others. So let me share with you a secret. Each person in life, if he was brought to earth, your story matters. First, it matters for you. And look back, there are things you can learn for yourself. There are things you could learn that would help you and will also help other people. If you're here, you woke up in the morning, you're here. You know, you could have been an ant, you could have been a brick, you could have been a tree. You're here, you're a human being, your story matters, okay? You're here, and each and every one of you. And yeah, you specifically, you have a story that can help yourself, can help others. Now, I want to just touch on a few points that are really important when you tell your story. First, when you tell your story to yourself. When you tell that story to yourself, no judgment. You could come and give yourself feedback. Amazing. Feedback is good to learn, but no judgment. When you told your story to yourself out of judgment, you're missing so much, because your perspective won't be the right perspective, and the lessons you could learn, you'll miss them because you come from a place of judging. So just come and tell your story to yourself with no judgment. Number two, write it down. When you write it down, you can see things you didn't see when you were just thinking up here in your head. When you bring it from here down to the writing, then you could read it again, get new perspectives, learn new lessons that you didn't learn before. Number 3, okay, we went through whatever we went through. We're not judging. Whatever it was. Now let's give ourselves feedback. What can we learn to improve for next time? Amazing. Write that down. You write down what you can improve for next time. Also write down what are the things that you did do right and the things that were good that you could keep for next time. You know, it's not only what you could improve, because I'm sure there are things that you have done well, and write them also down. And really, really, really important, all of this is with no judgment, because judgment doesn't help. You know, the only judge, I believe, is up there, not you. After you retell your story to yourself with no judgment and you wrote those points down, what you can continue to do and what you can improve for next time, first implement it in, you know, next times in life that you need to use those tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. And second, go and tell your story to other people that were in your situation in the past, okay? There are people right now that are in your current challenging situation that you had to deal with in the past, and they're right now, they're there. Go and share those tools with them. That way you can also help them and light their path. So it's kind of a win-win situation. You're learning, you're improving, you're lighting your path, and you're also helping people that are in the place that you were in the past, or maybe you know that they're going to head towards that place and it's not a good place for them. So help them, give them those tools that would help them overcome their challenges and light their path. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. If you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the most amazing things in life are the ones you take for granted.